chill workshop with your boy. I'm gonna be doing some live editing on Premiere Pro, pulling stuff from Twitch, using a little bit of Next Clips, and then just kind of riffing off the top of my head on a few topics that I feel like are important and that a lot of people should be focusing on. So we'll go over, thank you, boys. Thank you. The basis. So we have the foundation. So finding your why, right? So why do you want to create content? What is it that you're trying to get out of it? Obviously people have many reasons as to why they want to become a streamer or a content creator, because honestly, there are two different things. Because you have those people that just start streaming and that's it. They want to sit in front of the camera and plus go press go live and just hope for the best. And that's okay. That's one method. And then you have those that want to take that content, cut it up, and share it with others. And there's so many things that come along with that. Either, you want to get monetized with that content. You like making content because it makes you happy and you want to share the fun you're having with other people. Making content to share tips, tricks, and value content that will support other people that may be interested in the game that you're playing or technology that you're using. And then there is simply just making content because it makes you feel good, right? So you could also be all those things. There's honestly nothing wrong with being a part of all those titles. So it's also finding, like, what is your ultimate goal out of that? Because if you don't know what your goal is or your why, you might be kind of like on a hamster wheel running in circles and wasting time on achieving it. The command center. Okay, so your stream setup, editing style and layout. That's a big one too. I'm still trying to figure out what my style is and how I want to represent myself as a content creator. So that's a very big one there. I think that you shouldn't rush. Kind of what a terminology that I've been using a lot lately is I've been just taking things and throwing at the wall and seeing what sticks. So if I come up with a style that I'm enjoying and I see that the analytics or the retention is engaging for said content style, then I'll keep doing it. But also, does it represent me as a content creator too, right? So you have to try to find a fine line between those two. And then the engine, so production and growth. So, you know, when you are editing your content, how are you trying to work on the engagement of that content exactly, right? So that's something that I'm still experimenting with. It's using call to actions. It's is it do you use a hook in your content or do you not use a hook, right? And then community building and collaborating. I think is extremely important, and you should not ignore the connections that you're building and the people that you're trying to bring into your circle, and then also filtering out of your circle too, right? Because you don't want people to be toxic to your environment, and you want to work with other people that are like-minded and want to build alongside with you. So I'm gonna jump right into Premiere Pro today. I'm gonna put CapCut on the side burner, and we'll save that for a mainstream only. But today I want to just jump into editing my content, editing some reels, and the process that I go through with editing said content. So I currently am using Nexus Clips as the location that I grab my content from. So we'll jump right into there. So this is live. This is my new clips that I got going on. So at any point that things don't seem like they're running smooth, just say so. I've changed some settings today to try to accommodate for my MacBook loading into OBS on a full screen instead of, like, I had these like black borders on the left and right hand side. So I've figured out finally how to clean that up, which is good. So it's looking, full screen is what I wanted, which is Perfect. But just making sure that everything is working smoothly and making sure we got some sound. So this is a challenge that I ran yesterday. And looks like I don't have any sound. Oh, that's why I connected my AirPods. You know that. There we go. Without crystal clear. Perfect. Thank you, Zeta. Thank you, Zeta. Appreciate you. I'm gonna turn off my Bluetooth here. These bad boys. Okay. So this is where I grab a lot of my clips. So there's two ways of getting clips. So obviously you could have a button or a hotkey that you could use and press, and that will generate you a clip that is a certain duration between 10 seconds and 90 seconds to, I think you can pretty set it. You can set it up to like 10 minutes if you wanted to. That's a good way if you're being really like on top of like your stream, and I think that's something I eventually will get to, because there's certain points within my stream that I'm like, oh, this will be a good clip for later, and I'm just like, I'll find it later in Nexus Clips. So I've been using Nexus Clips as like a lazy way of doing it. But I don't know, there's two different ways. You gotta go with what works best with you, for you. And I've been kind of just doing this for now. I do pay for a monthly subscription of Nexus Clips, and it's been freaking amazing, and it holds onto all my content. So looking at it from top to bottom, let's just run it from the very top. So with Nexus Clips, you actually need to sign in with your account. So you're going to connect either your YouTube channel or your Twitch. That's pretty much the only options that you could use. So let's start off with YouTube first. So YouTube is a little bit weird. So if you do connect with your YouTube, you actually need to upload the video that you have created. So if you were to do a live on YouTube, it's gonna ask for you to upload it. Okay, so that's one thing that's different from using Twitch as your linked account compared to YouTube. Because if I were to now click on this video here from my Twitch live, it's already uploaded. I don't need to go out of my way and download that live VOD and then upload it to Nexus Clips. With Twitch, it's already there because Twitch has its own broadband, or whatever you want to call it, storage for your videos, right? But they're obviously compressed, so you're not going to get them at you know, top tier resolution. So that's one bonus with using Twitch for this. And then right in here, as you can see, it's gonna literally load up every single live video that you've done, which is amazing. So this is the recent one that I did yesterday, 21 hours ago. So this is where we're going to be pulling a couple clips from for today's edit, and I do have a couple other videos that I had grabbed earlier on. So for this here, it's going to give you generated clips. So it's going to look a little bit like this. So significant events in the carrier challenge. So it's looking at things that, you know, happened that were exciting. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works and how the AI is like, oh, like this is worth grabbing. Maybe it's listening off of my interaction within the stream, and it's taking those you know, big words, and then saying, hey, this is a clip, this seems to be an exciting moment or strong emotional reaction. So like if I'm yelling or something like that, then it will pick that up. Sorry, I just want to mute my mic here. Or you could type in something that you know, let's say fighting arc, and it'll generate me a clip. So let's see here what this pulls up. It'll take a couple of seconds. So that's a nice thing. So if you know, like if you're in your stream and something exciting happens, you say make a clip, right? So you just say it out loud, and then when you come into Nexus Clip, you could literally type in make a clip, and it will find those things that you said make a clip, which is really nice. Okay, here's one. Actually, no, this is funny. I've actually never seen a 100% virality index score before, so this is interesting. Let's check this one out. And ladies and gentlemen, we made it. We ran around that whole map. Okay. Let's turn the quality of this up here. Now we gotta extract. Can we extract? Head home at the Red Lake balcony lift. Can we extract without getting killed? With 10 minutes left. Perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, so this clip, it says it's 50 seconds, but in my heart, I know this clip is probably about 2 minutes, give or take. And so let's say I wanted to generate this as a clip. So I would go to create clips, and it's going to give me 50 seconds up to 90 seconds. Okay, so from the very beginning of, let's see here, where I say I've completed the task. Let's see here. Made it. We made it. Okay, so right here, I've said that we've made it. Whoa. I will pull this little sidebar in because that's where I'd like to start the clip. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure this doesn't have the extraction in it. So it has just a little bit of the extraction where I went and pressed the button. So to me, I'm missing a lot of information here to tell a story, because when I make my clips, I'd like to try to tell a story. Because sometimes, you know, you're not going to have everything that you need. So in this case, what I will do, I will go over to Twitch and I will take note. Okay, so this happened at an hour and let's say 20 minutes. So now what I'll do is I'll go into my creator dashboard and I'll go down to my content, video producer, and then you want to click on highlights. So a highlight gives you the ability to grab as much from your stream and download it, right? Because I don't want to download the whole entire stream. The whole entire stream is literally an hour. So I don't need an hour. I literally only need about 2-3 minutes. So I'm going to take my cursor here. I'm going to pull it out all the way to probably about 24 minutes should be more than enough. And then this other one to where I had said that I made it. Okay, so right about where is that? Let's double check. Are you a female? Or with 10 minutes left, I'm in XYZ sport, you know? Maybe whatever that first. Okay, so right about here, I'm gonna pause it. Pull this back a little bit. Okay, and then I want to get as much information as possible to the extraction. Okay. Your kid play. Okay, we need more stems. But okay. So that's good news to me. That is very good news to me. So all right, so we'll go right up to 1 hour and 22 minutes. And we'll pull this VOD here. So we'll name it as well. So since it's a highlight, I like to keep that little part in there. It's a highlight so people know when they see it. I ran around the whole map of damn battlegrounds. So I may not publish this live, right? So you could unpublish it so nobody sees it other than you. So I'll just keep it hidden for now. And so now in the background, that's just going to be generating that highlight. So we'll let that work on that, give that a second. But I want to now jump into my folders. So once I download that, I want to make sure that everything is nice and organized and it's just not placed wherever. So I just open up 2 different folders here. Okay, so I have individual folders for all my content that I make. So I have obviously my vlog, I have one for my gaming stuff specifically, and then I have one for any sort of Bar High Academy. So, like for example, this live stream, if I were to take content from it, it would go into the Bar High Academy folder. Okay, so now I'm going to go into edit videos, and as you can see here, I have folders based. I have them dated, and I have them labeled based on their game. So because it's Arc Raiders, I have an Arc Raiders specific folder that I just throw in all my content. So like this is my old one here, and these are all clips that I have worked on individually. Okay, so I have a second one here. So I've started a new system on trying to organize these a bit better, because just throwing them in there was kind of getting a little bit too chaotic. So that there. And these are videos from the other day that I was going to edit today. I've heard Fresca the drink. Okay, so let's see if I move these ones over. Okay, I moved those ones over already. I was thinking to you guys, you don't want to be editing off of the same SD card. So like this is my downloads are like my internal SD card from my actual MacBook, and then this is an external SD card that I use to edit off of, just so that my editing software isn't being completely consumed by holding a lot of content and editing content. So all right, so here's my highlight here. Now I'm going to download that. And that should go into my download file. You know, take a second because I got that fast internet, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we'll watch it back. Your kid play in the first half. So you can see this clip here is literally 3 minutes. Right? Where in Nexus Clips, it only gave me up to 90 seconds. Okay, so it's 1:30, which is not enough time for me to use that content to make it something more. All right, so we're gonna take that, we're gonna drag and drop that into the folder. Okay, while that's loading, I'll be back. I'm just gonna grab myself a t-shirt because it's hot in here. I'm hot. Moved over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into Premiere Pro. So I already have the project already open. So I will start this from the very beginning as well. So I'll open up my Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro, unfortunately, is a paid subscription-based software. But that's why I will jump more into doing more edits on free software. But today I just really want to just focus on this because last week's workshop on CapCut was just really long, and I wanted to do a little bit more content today. And then moving forward, we will do a stream solely on CapCut. All right, so these are other streams that I have, or reels that I've edited. I'll just show you guys. So this is one that I did with my buddy Mike. I thought was pretty funny. He was having a hard time pronouncing my gamer tag. And so, this, I can't even tell you how long this actual moment was, maybe probably about 3 minutes, give or take. But as you can see here, I have multiple timelines. Okay, so V1, V2, V3, they are all different timelines that I use to create the content that you would see up here. So I'll show you the video, what it looks like.
Sender?
Yeah.
Like practicing your name?
Yeah, see, listen, I'm not fucking crazy. Yeah, you're pronouncing it wrong, you stupid fuck. Go to Google and type in your name, and the first thing it says, even when you phonetically spell it out, it's endure.
But that's what you weren't saying. It is endure.
I'm not saying endure.
I call myself endure.
Endure is how I know how to read that word.
I don't know. You said it funny earlier, bro.
I didn't say it your broken illiterate way. Endure.
All right, so now let's look at the timeline. So you've watched half of that so far, and now look at the timeline.
How do you say it?
Endure.
So if you look at this V7 right here, that is all the captions that you're seeing in the middle. So if I were to close that, if I were to make this hidden, okay, that changes that. The Twitch logo, right? That's in my name here. It's now fully down.
Yeah.
So you can see it back there. Okay. My webcam is the third one. Okay. The middle one is the middle picture. So I actually have two pictures layered on top of each other. And I have them actually blurred out so you could focus on the words and the conversation over focusing on what's happening in the background. I'm pretty sure that TikTok shut down my live. I'm just checking this here real quick. Why'd you do that to me, TikTok? I wasn't playing bad music again. I don't know. TikTok is freaking weird, man. Give me one moment here, guys. TikTok is weird. It is just the one streaming service that does not like me. And I swear I've been very respectful of it. All right, let's move forward. Okay. And then my A's, A1, A2, A3, these are my other layers here, basically. So this is where all my audio lives at the very bottom. So I'm just going to expand this a bit so you guys can see a bit more. So I like to throw my music at the very bottom because I'm not touching that. I'm not editing it. So I want it out of the way. I don't want it to be a distraction. So I'll find the song that I want to edit to, and I will lock it out so that as I continue to focus on the other timelines, I'm not chopping up the music. Like, it's going to be there. I could also mute it. So like I could focus on the edits, but I don't mind having it there because if I do make any edits, I like to know that I have the music there and I can watch it through and see how I feel with the music and then the new content that I've just edited. So you could see at the very beginning of my edits, I've come up with a little bit of a style or something that I'm using that, if you come across my content, you will know automatically that it's me. So something that I'm doing is a little kind of like it's kind of like a retention hook, I call it. So you have this little glitch, as you can see here, and then a sound effect in the background. So I'll just play that.
Sender?
So you can see how there's like a glitch to the screen because your eyes are immediately going to go, oh, like, why is this happening? What's this glitch? You're not going to want to swipe away when you see that. So that's what I'm using as my first initial kind of like visual hook. And then the secondary is the title that's at the very top. So who's saying it wrong? And so you're immediately going to see the visual hook,
Sender?
and then you're going to read the wording on the screen. Who is saying it wrong? And then you're going to ask yourself, like, what does that mean, right? So that's going to promote curiosity, and it's like, what are they saying wrong exactly, right? So
Sender?
Yeah.
Like practicing your name?
Right. So right off the bat, he's like, "Oh, I'm practicing your name," and so you're gonna stay even longer because you're gonna be like, "Okay, like what is how do you say that wrong exactly?" So that's a way that you could kind of work on building engagement. I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but I feel like those are important things to think about when you do your edits. Like I get the clip, and then I'm thinking about what is it in that clip that would generate curiosity to make somebody want to stay and watch a clip from start to finish. Yes, I'm editing for the user, but I'm also editing it in a way that makes me happy, in a way that I know that I'm not like just putting a clip out there with like no initial return. Like I would like to promote some sort of conversation or some sort of engagement, finding other people that may think how I do. So there's one that I did the other day that I thought was pretty funny, and that was on the receding hairline. And I felt like that one there would have got more engagement. It didn't, but it got some engagement where people were like, "Oh, like I use that in game, et cetera, et cetera." But I thought that one um, was pretty funny, and it was just, what the hell happened to my dude's hair? We're all going to experience this at some point in our future, unless we just have really good genetics and our hair stays from the time that we're born to the time that we die. Right. So I thought that was a good one. I had a few people comment on it, but it was something that I thought this could generate some conversation. It's funny. And then the other one was that I knew was really going to stir the pot was the one that I made a post about. Quitting Call of Duty. And oh, here we go. I did do that in this one. Right. So this one definitely, this one stirred some pots. And then it also built some trust with people that also felt the exact same way that I do about Call of Duty, about, uninstalling it because, you're just fed up with how it's been going. So those are some ways to think about how, to go about creating content. Is there engagement that you want from it? Are you trying to provide value, or are you trying to relate with other people, right? So the hair, something that's relatable. The Call of Duty one is something that I'm trying to build a community around, like-minded individuals, and then also stirring the pot just to create conversation. Okay, so let's get into an actual edit here. We won't keep going on about these. So those ones there are in a sequence. So we want to pull now that content into this folder. So I'm going to start a new bin or new folder. And that's how I've been trying to keep a lot of this content organized. So today is the 21st, 2025. So this bin is actually going to hold two different folders. Where is it here? All right, so Arc Raiders, footage. And I actually want to pull in these two dates because there's three pieces of content here. All right, so what I like to do as well is like labeling thing is so important. You got to label your content so if you ever do come back to it, it's easier to find. So this clip here, I was just kind of fed up with gaming into Arc Raiders. We'll call this one Arc Raiders. Let's change that. Fed up. But I also want to label it as real. Real, and then fed up. And then this other one here. I'm labeling this one being a vlogger is hard. And you guys will see why in a second. So this one here, we'll edit this one first. So I'm gonna make this a new sequence. So I'm gonna click new sequence from clip. I'm actually gonna do both. bang these off together. So new sequence from clip. So it's going to be in horizontal, and I want to make this a reel. So I'm going to go to sequence settings. So I'm going to make my frame size to be 640, which is going to be horizontal. Okay, so that's going to be how wide it is. And then vertically, I'm going to go 1138. CapCut, DaVinci Resolve, and Adobe Premiere Pro, they have 9:16 already as like a default setting that you could choose. So I could do that. I could do an auto reframe in Adobe, but I don't like it because it puts you like in this like follow mode where it'll like track you. So you're kind of like, I don't know. It kind of limits you on how much control you have over your clip without, you're gonna have to like turn off basically the FX on it, and it's just like multiple steps that I just don't feel like doing, where this is just quicker. So 640, like I said, is how wide it is by 1138 is your vertical, and that fits all real or short resolutions or dimensions. Okay, so you can see here right off the rip that my game content inside inside my resolution doesn't fit. So right off the bat, I'm going to change the scaling. So I'm just going to increase this a little bit so it fits. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I like to zoom in just to double check. Okay, and then I'm going to make 2 more of these on my timeline. So I'm going to click options on the Mac. So the top one is going to be my, it's going to be my webcam. So I've already made presets for my webcam, so I don't have to go into my settings every time, my effects controls, and readjust it. I literally have a drag and drop setting that will automatically crop in my webcam. So I just want to double check here, make sure everything looks good. So as you can see right now, I must have adjust my webcam at some point in OBS, because now it's kind of cutting off a little bits here, or some spots are showing. So I will just make those little adjustments. So let's see how much I got on my bottom here. So bottom is pretty good. The right side could come in a little bit. What do we got here? So we do an 8 or a 1. How much of it do I need to come in? So 2. So that looks pretty good. Takes that border off. And then the top here, we'll put this to 44. No, that's too much. 43.5. All right, that looks pretty darn good to me. Okay, so the webcam position is the new position that I've been going with now moving forward. And that looks pretty good. Just double checking here. Get all ticky-tock. We're good. We're live. We are live. All right. Okay. So now I have my webcam set up, and then I also want to set up my second POV. So the second POV is too wide. I want to be able to show more information in the screen. Okay, so I have gameplay mid-scale, so this automatically sets the second screen for me to where I want it to be, and then I have the bottom one, which would be the third one that I would have dragged and dropped on here and would have scaled that very back layer. Okay, so the very back layer, I don't want that to be something that people see, right? So if I were to play this,
Fresca the drink.
you could see how that back layer, you could still make out the detail of it. I don't want that. So I actually want to blur that out. So I'm going to get a blur filter. I'm going to drag it on the back. Okay, so now you can see that background is not
Are you going for it,
blurry.
Mike?
Or what? Are you done?
Yep.
Perfect. That looks good to me. All right, so the next thing I'd like to add to this is going to be my call to action that I like to leave as a static image, which is where I would like to pull people to, right? So I would like to pull people to my Twitch. So that's a main call to action that I want people to hopefully do in the future. So I use a lot of plugins in my Adobe Premiere Pro. And one of the plugins that I have, this is a free plugin that anybody can get, is Premiere Composer. And these guys have some pretty good stuff. So if I go into the lower thirds and I go to Twitch, and if I zoom in just a little bit here, so Mr. Horse is their company name. So I'll put links down below to these free plugins that I use. And then that way, if you do use Adobe Premiere Pro, you could get those plugins for your software as well. And I think they also work with DaVinci Resolve and stuff. So you're not just, committed solely to Premiere Pro. All right. So the one that I've been using is this one right here because it's already got the Twitch TV and the channel in there. So I'm just going to drag and drop that on top. And lucky me, I have already made this a preset. So if I click on presets here, Endure Recipe logo, so it's automatically going to put my logo in there. So I don't even need to think about changing anything. And you could change the words that are in this box, right? You could literally have it as TTV. You could have it as just your name with just a little logo there, and you could change the dimensions of that actual logo. All right. So that doesn't look centered to me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this up nice and high. I'm probably going to make this in a little bit. So you could do all these changes too as well, make it the preset. My screen is really small just because of what I had to do to accommodate for this stream. So we'll just put that right about there. All right, looks good to me. I've heard Fresca the drink, so that's going to come in. And we haven't even started editing the timeline yet. This is just the preparation. This is just the preparation. Okay, and I want my little glitch effect as well. So what I've been doing, for some reason, the plugin that I use for the glitch effect is not been cooperating very well with me lately. So I go into a old, let's see here, an old reel that I've already edited. I'm just gonna copy this. Actually, let's go into another one. So I'm gonna copy this, select these both together. So I hold Shift to select both of those individually. And then I'm just going to pull it into this one, copy and paste those in. So as you can see, they're super small. So you just got to be careful that you don't delete them. Whoa. I'm just going to drag them all the way to the very beginning. No. So this is much easier with a mouse. I am currently using the trackpad as we speak. My timeline has now oh, I guess whatever I did there. Come on. All right, there we go. All right, so now those are all the way at the very beginning. So we'll just watch that.
I've heard Fresca the
Okay, and then I'm just going to lock these into the timeline because I don't want to change any of them. I might want to change my lower thirds, but I'll adjust the length of that to match the length of the actual reel. And is that it? Okay, I would also like to find a song. So that would be the next thing. I'm going to edit to the actual song. So for this one, this video, my buddy went and tried to kill, I don't even know what it was. It was one of these artists.
I gotta get this on film.
The Basin, I think that thing's called.
Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get it on film.
So I ended up getting absolutely lit up. So I want like a high intensity type song. I don't want nothing too chill, laid back. Like I want this to be like high intensity. So maybe eccentric, or we could go with a funny song as well. So we'll play around with different songs and Restless. All right, so let's see what we got here. So this is another program I use. Like I mentioned in the last stream, this is Epidemic Sounds. So with Epidemic Sounds, it is a paid subscription as well. But you can get other music. Another way that people can pull music is literally from Instagram. So if you go to Instagram, I don't think you could post on here. So if I go to create, make a post, let's say that's not what I want to do. So if I were to make a post, and then there's a way to get music. Anyways, let me just show you. Oh man, I wish I could show you from my phone. Anyways, on Instagram, you could basically make a post and then you have the ability to choose music. What I've come to do is I will go into Instagram and I will screen record like a sound clip that I really like or a music clip that I like, and then I will pull that music from that clip and then I'll pull it into my timeline here. So maybe I'll do that in a future video. But for today, we'll just keep it simple, and we will use Epidemic Sounds. So let's see here what songs we got. So this is too mellow for me. Turn this down a bit. Just turn the sound up here. Okay. I don't like that one.
Money up, but once they money up, these niggas they just want to fuck.
Okay, we also don't want any vocals in the background, so we're just gonna get instrumentals. Let's try this again here. Oh, no way that song download. That song is garbage. Garbage. Yeah, these are way too chill. No. Just some friendly advice that sometimes your music might take as long as your actual edit. Because if you're trying to share an emotion or experience with somebody and you want them to actually feel it, you don't want to rush on just choosing any song and just throwing in there and just hoping that it makes sense. Like sometimes I waste a lot of time on trying to find music, and it's because I care. Like I want the emotion to come across how I feel it in that moment. And it's an art. Editing is art. Like you can't just rush your edits. this? It's kind of calm in that section, but I kind of like what's going on here. See, so in my mind, I'm like, okay, I want there to be a little bit of a drop, because as soon as this hectic part starts and I start going and then I die, I want the music to kind of like drop. I don't know. I don't know. We'll think on this one. I'm gonna download this one for now. I'll come back to it, but it's not really singing to me. What was this? Ooh, it's heavy. I almost feel like I almost feel like what I'm looking for isn't this kind of style. I really don't know what I want to do for this song here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try this. Because it's kind of comedic too, right? So it's like eccentric and it's kind of like comedic. So I just want to see what this feels like when I play it. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. All right. So I'm just gonna throw this in here. I want to see what it feels like. So I'm also gonna adjust the volume. So another very important thing when you are putting in background music, if there's no vocals going on, you can have it at a decent volume. I do probably about like a -8. This will keep me in between the 6 and 12 sound bar here, as you can see on the right hand side. So I gotta get this on film. Okay, so this is like really loud, but I also am talking here too. So I'm gonna put it to -24 as background music first, and then I'll adjust the volume to be a little bit louder when there isn't any talking. Ever heard of Fresca the drink? Okay, like this keeps popping in there. Don't need that, so we'll just save this. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. So at this moment, okay? So let me just mute this a little bit. I'm actually gonna start the music a little bit ahead. Definitely a different type of song. Going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. So right about here, I gotta get this on film. This is when I'm going to increase the volume of this. So what I've done here, these little dots, they're called keyframes. So with these keyframes, it allows me to adjust the volume without having to cut the actual sound itself, cut the actual like timeline sound. So it keeps everything a little bit more controlled and clean. So I'm gonna bump the music up to about a -9. Actually, it might be too high because I do a little bit of talking. Okay, so we just put it to -14. So 14 should be good. So let's see how this looks. And like I said, I haven't even got into cutting the actual clip yet. So I'm just trying to see what music actually like fits with the vibe that I'm trying to go for here. So are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. All right. So that's that. Now let's listen to it with music. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Okay, cool. I like it. I like it. Song works with me. Cool. So we'll lock that in there. And I'll adjust it as I continue to edit the app, but I think it's good. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Volume is loud. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Okay, so I have some limiters here that I use. I have a hard limiter preset. So this limiter, it's literally called a hard limiter for a reason. So it makes it so that your sound isn't peaking super high, because I don't really want to peak higher than minus or lower than -6. I don't want to go into the 3s all the way to 0 because that's just way too loud. Okay, so I'm going to limit this down just a little bit. Okay, and we're also just going to mute the music for now. And I'm going to focus on the edit, and we'll come back to the music after. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a little bit of dead air here, right? I feel like in this just little section here is going to lose people's attention. They can't see what's going on. So, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
Are you lock out my music. Locked out, locked out. So we want to make sure we're also editing all 3 of the timelines. So are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
So yeah, can't see. Nobody knows what we're doing. I gotta get this on, and then we gotta get this on film. Okay, so now it's quick, right to the point. People are like, "What are you talking about? What are you doing, Mike? Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film." Boom. Immediately, some people are gonna notice the arc in the back. Okay, so what I'm gonna do in this spot here to really make it stand out more is I'm gonna do a zoom in on this. And the reason why I'm gonna do this, a zoom in on this arc, is because I want to emphasize what it is that I'm about to do. I'm trying to film my buddy, fucking try to take out this arc. He had one of those magic wand things. I can't remember what the hell the name of it was, but now I'm just thinking, do I want to make it follow it? So there's kind of 2 ways to do this. I could do a simple zoom in. So let's just see what a simple zoom in looks like here. So I have this thing now in Adobe called Field Impact Dashboard. This is actually free. It comes with your, yeah, that's gonna be too slow. It comes free with your subscription, which is really nice. But you know what? I'm gonna throw it in here and see if I could adjust it. Okay, it's in there. It's just kind of loading up. Gotta get this on film. Okay, so you can't see anything really. So here it is here. So Guru effect. So we have different timings in seconds. And this is the curve here. So I could change the ease in, make it nice and smooth as it zooms in. So Let's see here. So I wanted to zoom on it right here. Like I want this to be the focus. So there's a target scale and then there's an initial scale. I'm not too sure. Film. Oh, actually looks cool. I gotta get this on film. So with this one here, it's kind of confusing because you kind of get lost in the trees here and then you kind of see what I'm zooming in on. So let me just turn this off to see what this looks like without it. So I'm just gonna pull this clip over more. Because I want the zoom in to be in just a little bit longer. Let's go my settings today. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this clip in a little bit longer so it stays there on the zoom. And then as soon as I go to turn around, it'll zoom out. Gotta get this on film. I don't know how much I like this. So with it being zoomed in, I can also adjust the positioning of the actual clip, which will help center the POV of the person watching the clip. I gotta get this on film. Whoa. So sometimes these take just a little bit of finessing to kind of make it look good. And like I said, these are new settings to me, so I haven't really had much time to mess around with them too often, but it's doing what I want it to do. Yeah, there we go. So now you can see what I'm talking about. How all of a sudden I became the target. Are you going for it, Mike? Okay, or what this looks like. And also let's add the music. Are you going for it, Mike? Or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. No. I like to drop down the resolution as well because sometimes editing it at full resolution makes it a little bit glitchy. Are you going for it, Mike? Or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Special delivery. The baby. Yep. Thank you. What is this? Ooh, a caramel what? Okay, nice. Thank you. Caramel latte. Cheers. Little pick me up. As you can see, editing sometimes it's not a fast thing. So there's so many ways of doing making reels where it could be quick, fast, just throw subtitles on, take whatever that little clip is of that 30 to 90 seconds and then just post it. That works as well. That is just not my style. Not right now anyways. Maybe in the future. Are you going for it, Mike? Or what? I like to put a little sprinkle on film. So I just want to make sure that this clip Okay, so I'm running away now.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
Okay, so as soon as I go down, we're gonna drop the music. Yeah, just wanna make sure it picks up in the right spot.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
Okay, let's get to me. Okay, so we're gonna drop the music here. Okay, so there's other things that we could do to make this a little bit more eccentric or crazy. Is my webcam, of course. So we could add like a little bit of a camera shake to that.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
But the thing is with these my crop settings here. Wonder if I do this crop. And then I'm going to copy these. I find with these presets that they have now just come up with, it changes. So here, I'll show you, for example, when I go to
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
see how my webcam's all out of space and out of whack. So that's what I don't want to happen. I wonder if there's a way to turn that off. Okay, there we go.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
Okay, so I don't want that whole clip to have that entire thing. So
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
okay, so this part right here. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the camera shake, make the adjustments. We don't want the auto scale. And no motion blur. I still don't like that. Because it's still like moving my camera out of the actual crop that I had made for it earlier. So we just need to figure out the work around that. So I think personally that I need to add in the crop for this. So 42 to 43, 43.5 and 82. All right, so that's the crop for that. And then I'm just going to reset these ones. Now let's see. Oh, it does the same thing, eh? Interesting. All right, so the other way that I could add a camera shake to this without it messing up my stuff. So I'm going to clear that FX and I'm going to put in an adjustment layer. So I'm just going to throw the adjustment layer on top here for now. Okay, so I'm going to take these two and I'm going to nest them. So they're going to become one camera shake. And this is for being a vlogger video. Okay, and I'm just going to move this into my nested clips just so it's organized. So when I go to open this up, Okay, drop this down. So they're all close to the same timeline, and then I'm going to add the effects to this. So now, instead of putting the effects on the actual clip itself, I'm putting it on the adjustment layer, which will act as a secondary, I guess you could say, base to put the effect on that won't change any of the scales or the crops that I've made on the main clip. And now I will simply just adjust this. So it's set as one hand right now. I want an earthquake. I want something a little bit more, a little bit in your face. And then we will change the position of it as well. All right. That's pretty intense. That's pretty aggressive. I don't want that to be as aggressive. So that's a little bit more stabilized. Okay, so I see here how we can make this a little bit more clean. Okay. That's just the roll of it. That's a little crazy. 22, maybe try 35. Maybe increase the speed. Try 200. All right, that looks good.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
All right. So we'll just bring this in a little bit.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
All right, there you go. Keep this also all the way out too.
Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill.
How do we set this thing off?
Everything is fine.
All right, so now as soon as I go down, we'll get the uh-oh.
How do we set this thing off?
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man.
Perfect.
Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. I'm not gonna cut it there.
Not even close.
Not even close. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, Bastion Cell, need that.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man.
Perfect. fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle.
Not even close.
Not even close. All right. Well, that's good there. Just over 20 seconds. So I'm going to save that. Watch it from the very beginning. Finished product? Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I got to get this on film.
Captions on.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. It's like the initial zoom in of the effect. Making it go crazy. So, you know what? To save myself a headache in the future, I'm just gonna zoom in. I'm gonna keyframe it. When it becomes the most visible, is right about here. Zoom in. So it's more center. Okay. I gotta get this on film. Yeah, that's much better. That's way more clean. I gotta get this on film. Okay, save that. I almost like it where it kind of zooms out a little bit sooner. No, I like. I wonder. What this would look like if I shortened it more. Oh yeah, way better. So now I gotta adjust the volume so it increases a little bit sooner. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. All right, there you go. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. All right. I like a little sound effect in here. So as soon as I zoomed in on it, what a little whoosh. So if I go to my sound effects, I already have a bunch already preloaded. So we'll do this whoosh sound right on the timeline. Film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlog. Hey, what's up, Kenbor? Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate you. Okay. All right, let's watch this now from the very start to the finish. And then after that, I'm going to add in some captions just to bring more like visual emphasis on the excitement in the moment. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I got to get this on film. Maybe I don't got to get this on film. You know what? Let's render this quick so I can watch this without it being so choppy. I'm gonna pull this into here. Okay, so we'll render this out and then we'll watch it so it's not in choppy format. New freelancer and want to learn. Awesome, man. What is it that you want to learn about video editing? Also, I have a Discord too, so if you have any questions or even now, if you have any content that you've edited that you would love for me to go over live, I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. All right. Okay, so let's watch this live. So the only thing left that we got to do to this is just add a caption to it, add some captions to it, and it will look good. Look at all these reels, man. Jeez. It's gold, baby. Yeah. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
No.
You know, I'm gonna add to this, guys. I'm gonna give that freaking thing eyes. I'm gonna give it eyes. As soon as I zoom in on it. That's the nice thing about editing is you can have fun with it, you know? I edit more commercial edits, events, and influencer content. Okay, nice, dude. So you're trying to now get into more game editing content, or just you're just kind of doing it in all categories. All right, let's see how I could give this little bugger some eyes. Play around with some shapes here. I want a more like a static shape. Nothing that's like glitch. Handwritten lines, minimum. Like these. I can make them astatic, so I might just do that. So we'll find something. Oh, I kind of like the little crazy eyes though. Okay, I'm gonna have to get really creative here with this. Okay, so how big is the area that I zoom in? So this little window that I have here, I'm going to mask this. So let's do a mask on this, just so I have it. I want to learn more about tools and tricks I could use. I feel like I'm stagnating. What is that plugin? Hey, first of all, do you edit on Adobe? And I have many plugins, dude. Many plugins. This one that I have on the left-hand side that is showing all these little, I guess you could say effects or shapes or whatnot. There's like freaking thousands of stuff. So this is from Premiere Gal. She has a YouTube channel that I watch a lot. And she's constantly coming out with tips and tricks. Like she's a fantastic person for finding anything value, any sort. She's a fantastic person to find value from when it comes down to editing in Adobe Premiere Pro. And she has this toolkit. It costs me like $100, and she's constantly updating it, probably every 3 months, which is pretty awesome. So you pay $100 for a forever license of her effects. So there's sound effects in it. There's different mogurts. There's lower thirds, messages, social media, color grading, backgrounds, glitches. Let's see here, split frames, textures. So many different things, man. This is great. Yeah, dude, it's gold. It's gold, and the fact that she updates it often is amazing. But you should have this one here already free. Film Impact Dashboard. This one's free. Adobe just came out with that. So if you haven't updated your Adobe, I would definitely do that, because this one here is pretty sweet too. But it's more so like transitions and stuff. It's not so much what are these called here? Like shapes and stuff, things that are more like motion graphics. Let me just get some eyes on this fool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a blur on this, but I'm actually gonna cut this just so I have more control of this edit. So I'm gonna cut it from here to the part that I notice that it sees me. So it kind of goes out of frame. So probably about this little section here is good. Okay, this is what? How much is this? This is less than a full second. So it's 43 milliseconds. And I'm going to put a blur on it, but you'll see what I'm going to do. It's more like a, guys. What am I, new? There we go. So I'm not actually going to use a blur here for this. I'm just using it for the masking. So I'm going to drop this down to 0 so you can still see it. But now I'm going to use it for masking. So you're going to click this little free draw button. And I just want to start this at the start of the time here. And I'm just going to draw around this guy. And I'm hoping the mask, as I play it through, will pick him up. Okay, so that's it there. And then I want to click play. Let this go through. I don't think it. That is not what I want. Maybe I'll start it here instead. So let's do a play again here. It's doing so good till we get to about here. Okay. Nope. So go back to the mask. Just want to make sure it plays through. And I'm just going to bring it back again. Play it through. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not perfect. It's just that one little frame there. Okay. We'll come back to that. So I'm just going to copy this. I have another plugin here. This plugin here for motion tracker. Motion tracking is really good. So get from clipboard. And now, where's that little shape there? So the one I thought was pretty cool is this one here. So I might have to nest these. There's a high chance I'm gonna have to nest this. So how long you been editing for, Kem? Okay, so that's way too big. Maybe we'll just give the guy one eye and we'll color grade it. Or not color grade, but we'll change the color of it. I'm gonna drop the opacity on it a little bit. And then there should be a way to change the color. Let's make it red. Okay, so that's red. I want it to be also the same length as the clip. Okay, and now I'm going to paste this onto here. Thank you. Okay, so it's been pasted. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, yeah. That's actually pretty good. Where'd it go? Did I put it on the wrong one? No, I didn't. so you can see how it tracks it, but I think it's too big. So we're gonna bring that in a little bit more. Kind of make it look like an eyeball. And I don't really want it to change much. So the opacity on it is already low. I want to bring it up a little bit. Okay, so what's another noise that I can use as an alarm here? So let's play a little bit in the sound effects. This is what I mean. Like I get really elaborate with my reels. Like even if 5 people watches it, personally, I don't care because I'm editing it for me and I'm sharpening my skills. Like I just taught myself how to do this, for example, with the shape. You just organize it. No, please don't. Just can you just not come in here? Thanks. Love you. Okay, there's also other rooms. We have people coming today for Christmas dinner, so she's choosing my room as a place to bring things. Okay, so let's come up with an alarm sound effect here. Four years approximately, but last year I'm getting more serious with this. Oh, awesome, dude. So is this a side hustle or is this a full-time gig for you? Ooh, actually, that might be pretty good. Kind of got like a sci-fi to it. I actually kind of like that. I like that more. Okay, so we're going to create some space here so I can see. Actually, I don't need that much space. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. So we're going to chop this down a little bit because we don't need the whole entire thing. Pull this in here. Do I only get 1 beep out of this? Okay, so since I only get 1 beep out of that, I am going to speed it up. So let's do this. So we'll speed it up to 150. Speed up a little bit more. Let's do 250. But I want to see what that sounds like. No, I don't like that. Maybe that one's not going to work. What was the one that we heard before? Okay, let's try this one. That actually works. Maybe I don't gotta get this uphill. Maybe I don't. There we go. It's a full-time job now. Quit my 9-to-5 job to become a full freelancer. Dude, congratulations, man. That's amazing. Good for you. That's wild. I would love to maybe do this as a full-time gig, but I don't think I'm there yet. I personally like teaching and coaching people of like the basics and stuff that I've learned. Like I started off with editing vlogs first. So like my own personal vlogs with my fiance and I. And I'm still doing that and stuff. So we have a second channel called Bar High Endurance, and so we've been doing that. And then I've been gaming for forever, and I've always wanted to dabble in editing content around gaming. And so now this is me basically just taking a shot at it and seeing if I like it or not. And so far it's been so good. So far it's been pretty good. I've been able to really like experiment and try do new things where I felt like I was kind of limited with what I was editing with vlogs, because it's kind of like there's no motion graphics and stuff like that. You could add like memes and little sound effects and whatnot here and there, but this is just I have found been opening up my mind a little bit more, which has been pretty cool. But yeah, man, if you ever want to talk shop and talk about video editing and stuff, I'm always down. I'm always looking for more people to brainstorm with and, you know, try new things with. So, because there's just so many different styles of editing, and there's so many like, uh, it's endless. It's absolutely endless, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. Where are you from, Kem? All right, that was good to me. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get it on film.
No.
Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't want to add anything else to this. Is the red dot not working? I feel like maybe an exclamation mark might be better. Paraguay. I don't even know where that is. I've heard of it, but I don't even know where that is. South America. Holy shit, dude. That's so far. Well, hello from Canada. What got you into video editing and stuff? And like what did you do before video editing? Maybe I don't. All right, let's see what this sounds like with the sound. Yeah. Okay, let's do captions. Caption times, baby. Caption time. Always the funnest part. Okay, Kem, if you like fucking add-ons, dude, I know Adobe sucks right now for captions. Like you could do the obviously the old school way where you just go to captions and create captions from transcript. But there's this other add-in or plugin called Captioneer. This one here, you also need to pay for a one-time license, which is good, so you have it forever. But it comes with different Mogarts and different styles. You could customize them, so they come in different resolutions as well, which is nice depending on what you're editing to. So 16:9, 9:16. So since we are doing a reel or a short, we're going to go with the 9:16, and it is pretty darn accurate when it comes down to generating the captions. So I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do for this. Something that's not too flashy. I don't want it to be distracting. There's typewriter. Ooh, let's do the clean pop. I think that will be good. So we're gonna go with the clean pop for this one here. And then let's scroll all down. Okay, so the text, we're gonna deal with one line single. You can do double as well. And then create. So I want this to be on track number 7. I want it to go on to a different track here. Okay, so track number 7. Because I don't want it to obviously go over top of yeah. Oh, dude. I was thinking about that too, like just editing stuff and then moving it all the way to CapCut. I mean, it's great, but it's like it's just nice when everything is all in one fucking location. Ugh. Because then you have a million files too, right? It's just gets like becomes too much. Okay, so let me just go back up to captions here. I'm going to show you what is really cool about this. So you could generate your own captions from your timeline. So like I said, if you went through Adobe and you created your own captions from transcript, you could also click here. So captions from track. So they pick up the transcription captions, or you can do auto captions. So it'll make its own captions. And then you go into language here. So you could choose how many words you want per caption. So for me, I like to keep it around like 5. So I have like 2 words. Okay, English, obviously. I want it to auto generate a caption track. And then the model. The model is how it's reading the word. So you have base here, which is balanced model offering good accuracy and reasonable speed. And then you have large turbo here. And that one is what I'm using. So optimize large model with faster processing and excellent accuracy, meaning that you don't really have to go through and correct all the captions, because I find with Adobe, its caption generator is so garbage. Like some words are just like the sentence structure doesn't even make any sense, and it feels like it was just saying, it was just throwing words together just to give me captions. So this is the main reason why I got this plugin, is simply because I'm looking more for the accuracy to like save me time on these edits, because when you're putting captions, you want it to be accurate. Simple as that. Like just make it accurate, please. Very simple as. And then it has other options too, right? So silent sensitivity, ignore tiny blips, minimum pause to split, max line length, and then edge cushion segment overlay. So it gives you a lot of flexibility of how you want your captions to come out. So I'll show you guys now what that's going to look like when I hit the caption button or the create button. And then I'll show you a way to, you could actually change, you could change how they look as well. So it's going to add it as a Mogart, so you have more flexibility. Boom, just like that. Look how quickly that does it. Okay. Moment of truth though is, did it come out accurate? Did it come out clean? Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I got to get this on film. So sometimes it's not bang on. I gotta get this. So see, sometimes it's too fast with its accuracy, because like I said that way back here. I gotta get this on film, and it's sketching over here. So sometimes when that happens, I will reset it, and I will slow down how the caption's being read. And I'll switch it to medium to see if that is better. So it's taking a little bit longer to process the caption. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. There we go. So you can see it takes a little bit of finessing, because like I said, it was reading it way too fast, and the words were coming out fast, that it was just like, it was a little bit overwhelmed. I think if you're doing something that is like a longer form, but because this is a 20-second clip, it needs a little bit more, because it's a 20-second clip. That means it's coming out faster, the words, that it's processing it too fast. So sometimes slowing down the processing speed just allows it to become a little bit more accurate. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. 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 There we go. Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. There you go. So I might have to make a few adjustments, but are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Okay, so now, with that being said and done, I actually want to change this. So I'm still trying to master this, but when you go into updating it, I want to change the text. So it's using popping as its thing, but I like to use the Arc Raiders font, which is this right here, ITC Avant Gothic Pro. Okay, and I want this to be all in captions, and I also would like it to have a shadow. Oh, so you can do highlights. Do I want to do highlight? Let's see what that looks like. Are you going? Oh, here we go. I want a stroke to it. Are you going for it? So play around with this a little bit. Okay, so I like that. So now I'm going to go back in the caption here. I'm going to update it. So I'm going to copy this attributes from that one specifically. And then I'm going to go to update Mogart. And then hopefully it gives me the update. Are you going for it, Mike? Oh, it didn't that time. Because I think what I need to do, like I said, I'm still trying to master this. So I got to copy it and then paste it. And then update it. You gotta just turn off so it doesn't. Are you going for it, Mike? See, I have not mastered this, guys. I apologize. Copy attributes. No, I just want one attribute. I just want that one attribute. I don't want it to do that. Okay, so that, and then I think maybe I got to do like this. Paste. Ah, there we go. There we go. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get. Okay, so they are way too big. We don't want them to be that big. So now if I go into properties and then change in the scale. There we go. Pretty easy fix. And I know how to do it properly. How's that look? All right, let's watch this through. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta. Okay, so I actually don't like how this is popping up. I actually would like these to be. More like one word or 2 words per line. So let's do that. And then the other thing I will change after. So update Mogarts. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. There we go. Okay, that's better. So I only gotta change one thing. Done. Thanks, man. I'll try it right now. I'm going to start editing now, but I'll keep you tuned in the background. Hey, man, appreciate you hanging around. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you have any questions, like I said, add me up on Discord there. It's in my about me. And if you have any questions at any times, please shoot me a message, man. I love to chat about editing. Okay, so this one's a little bit too big. It's not fully in. in the picture there, so we're just gonna change the scale. You know what? This one is actually an edit that I have to do on the actual Mogart itself. Characters per line. Or what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Or what are we doing?
Yep.
I got. How dare you change on me again? Oh, interesting. Can I not change? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't. Get this on film. All right, cool. Now I also want to make the words have a little bit more excitement to them. Give them a little shake, along with my shake, and something subtle, nothing too crazy. So back into Film Impact. So there's Wiggle here. We see what Wiggle looks like. Gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Wiggle looks all right. Gotta get this on film. Gotta get this on. Okay, so there's Wiggle. And then we could do the camera shake as well. I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Okay. So with camera shake, I'm going to apply it to 1, and then I'm going to customize it to be earthquake. Don't gotta get. And then I'm going to take that same preset. I'm going to copy this and move it over. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. I don't like how it changes the scaling on it though. It's one thing that is a little bit annoying, auto scale. And this one here. Turn off auto scale. Bam. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. There you go. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Just 19-second clip. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Let's actually render this. Where is it? Today. Export. The finished product. The finished product. Cam, if you're still there, just curious, do you stream as well, dude? Are you a gamer? All right. The finished product. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yep.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. There you go. Oh yeah, you're into Arc Raiders too? Hey, let's go. That's what's up, dude. Boy, you can come and run some raids with me in the future if you're ever interested. Yeah, man, Arc Raiders is wild, man. It's been a very fun game to make content to as well, because like fuck, dude, every game you never know what the hell you're gonna run into. You just never know. Just never know. Are you an extraction shooter type guy, or do you just kind of are you a variety type streamer or gamer? Are you going for it, Mike, or what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Got a little fade in on these. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, babe. All right, there we go. I'm happy with that. It's done. So my first construction I was playing more Fortnite or League until arcade. Ah, yeah. I hear you, dude. I hear you. I was big into Call of Duty, Battlefield, obviously. Those first-person shooter games there, like I never thought I would ever look away. But yeah, Arc Raider has definitely grown on me because I tried like, was it Delta Force? I've tried Tarkov, and there's another game, Fortnite, when Fortnite was only third person, and I could not get into the third person point of view. But man, I am actually loving the third person point of view in Arc Raiders. How far are you into Arc right now? Are you fully like leveled up and extraction done and all, or are you still kind of like learning the game? Export. Yeah, you and I both, my friend. You and I both. I'm like level, like, I don't know, 35 or something like that, but I've been just kind of messing around. And you know what's funny? I'm actually looking forward to the reset that's coming. So when that comes through, it'll be nice to kind of start fresh with everybody and not feel like I've been left behind. Yeah, cool. So we're roughly in the same spot. Nice, dude. Hey, man, like I said, if you're down the roll, you're more than welcome to come and join us. We usually have a good crew that hops on in the evening. What time is it for you right now, by the way? Yeah. You will be Zeto once you get your new hamster wheel up and running, bro. You will be that pro. Are you going for it, Mike? Because you're really knowledgeable, dude. Like you're super knowledgeable when you're locked into a game. But it's hard, obviously, to be locked into a game when it's not running at 100%. But I'm sure once your computer's like good to go, bro, like you're gonna be on top of it. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? What are you doing?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. What do you guys think of this edit? What do you guys think of this edit so far? Okay, so let me bring it up one more time. Let's go over this. Right now it's 3:54 p.m. Okay. Oh, nice. So yeah, you're only 2 hours ahead of me. Paraguay. Kembor is from Paraguay. I don't think I've met anybody from Paraguay. That's so dope. Zeto, I had to do the same thing, my friend. I had to search it up. That's jokes. All right, guys. Can you jump on in and shoot me some feedback and let me know what you think of this edit? So this is the finished product. So this is what I'm gonna post. But I'd love to hear what you guys would maybe do different. The meme of the country is that we don't exist. How big is the population there? Population. $70 million people. What? Come on now. You exist? That's wild. 108th ranked population. 108th. Spanish. Guarani cultural? What is speak Guarani? I've never heard of that language before. Alongside Spanish. Yeah. That's pretty badass, man. That is really cool. Oh, I love meeting new people around the world, bro. Hands down, that is one thing that I have really come to love about streaming is the people that I've been able to meet, which has been really sweet. Done making my clips. It's a native language. You mix Spanish and Guarani. Okay, cool, dude. That's awesome. Canuck, yeah, man. I look forward to seeing your clips. For the amount of time that you've made your clips, you've probably got out a lot more than I did for the one that I just edited. This one edit has taken me like an hour. And it normally doesn't, but today I was just experimenting around. Well, that's good. I'm happy you guys too. You two were playing nice with one another. And Canuck, you said you got CapCut, right? Okay, before you guys keep going into your stuff, I just give me some feedback on this reel here. What are some things that you don't like about it? What are some things that you think should be added? And is it confusing? Okay, here we go. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. And that's that. So what would you do different? Give me the spill. Also, this is missing one thing. I have not put a hook on it, so I definitely need to do that. So while you guys are chatting down below, I got to add a hook, a visual hook to it. Because things like TikTok, TikTok and Instagram, their algorithm doesn't necessarily go off of your tags. They go off of what is seen. Sorry, I could lose track. I was reading what you guys were saying. So TikTok and Instagram, they go off of the video caption as how they use their algorithm to promote your video. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't really put an outro on. I mean, I could, but basically what happens is the outro, if I do add an outro in, it will make people want to click off, where with the outro, you want it to just kind of abruptly finish, because then it'll go into a replay again. It'll go right back into the. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? So if you watch a lot of TikTok videos, they instantly loop. So that's why sometimes you just want a hard cut, because it'll go right back into the loop again. I downloaded it and I haven't had time to mess around with it. Let's see it. I extended a tiny bit at the end. Oh, extended a little bit more? I see what you're saying. But I'm down to try that out. Let's see here. Seems like right. But yeah, like I said, if you guys watch TikTok videos, like they end abruptly, most of them. They never really have like a fade out. You know what I mean? That's very like cut, because then it's gonna go into a loop again. But let's see what that looks like. Because you got a tons of views per person. I seen people been making like 1-sec clips for YouTube to trick the algorithm to get monetized. Oh yeah, 100%, absolutely. But see, that's the thing. When this
Being a
when this
vlogger is a rough
finishes,
lifestyle.
I want this. I want as soon as I'm done talking, I want that clip to play again, just so people will rewatch it again. But if I have a longer what's it called? If I have a longer ending to the video, it's gonna make people scroll away instead of rewatch it. Does that make sense?
Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle.
Boom, cut, and then boom, it goes right back into it, and so they might stick around and rewatch it again, or they'll scroll away. And the last thing I wanted to add, so actually, you know what, Canuck, next week, what we could do is I could do a live CapCut editing sesh again, because I'm still wanting to really learn it and master it. So I think while I'm gone for the holidays, I will kind of mess around with it more, but we could do like an actual live CapCut editing sesh together. We'll do it like actually on Discord, but we'll stream it. Yeah, I know, right? It's all good, man. I made an announcement about it. I could just shoot you a message and just kind of give you a heads up. And that's the thing. Like, I will take this and like break it down into like a short form video, and then you could just take whatever from it, or just shoot me a message, man. We could jump into a chat and have some fun. Okay, let me just add this caption to this here. This thing here. Okay, go up here. Okay, so we're gonna add a visual hook, because that's how the algorithm works, and we gotta respect the algorithm if we want our videos to be seen by tons of people all over the world, unless you're Canuck, and you could fucking just, you know, make dope ass clips with no effort. I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet. This guy's fucking making home runs. So what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to find a previous clip that I've already made and just copy and paste that over. But that's the lazy way, so we'll do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a basic title. I'm going to drag and drop it into my timeline, number 6. As you can see, the timelines get a little crazy. But that's why it's good to have each of your timelines mean a certain thing. So I know at the very top of my timelines, my top of my timelines, that's going to be my captions. And then it goes the title, because like the things that are closer to the middle of my caption or my timeline are the things that I'm going to be focusing on the most. So I see you guys chatting. I just haven't read it yet. 1 sec. There's that. Remind me next Sunday. I'd like to learn how to make a clip montage or something simple, but add effects and stuff. I'm dumb as fuck. Cards and get a million notifications at any time. Message me. You could do a group stream or something. I could screen share. Yeah, I would love that. I got invited to Discord. Zeto. Zeto, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Canuck. Appreciate you. You guys are fucking hilarious. There you go. No more ad breaks for you, Canuck. Are you going for it? Okay, so with the title hook, I'm going to put it directly underneath my webcam. Or you can have it directly in the middle. I've been just kind of putting it at the top here. Okay, we're going to change what this looks like. So I've been doing the Arc Raiders text. Make this all caption. And then I'm going to call this being a vlogger is rough. So what I've come to learn that won't work. Okay, so another thing too with your titles is yes, it's a hook, but you also want it to be something that's going to be search engine optimized. So your SEO. So when you put something in there, it has to be something that the algorithm is going to be able to grab it. Oh, my girl's doing something. All right, so for this one here, let's see here. What's a good title? So vlogger, it's not really a high searched word. So something like Arc Raiders is though. Okay, hey guys, what arc is that? Bassin? You know what? I actually really like that. I actually really like that because I was thinking, I had an initial pause. I was thinking like I'm the vlogger, right? But I'm also vlogging the bassin or where the fuck you want to call it. I can't read. I'm illiterate. I like that. That's dope. So I'm gonna make this. So you can see it kind of fades into the background there, but I want to make this pop a little bit more. Bastion. Hey man, you and I could be a great duo because I suck as well with the content word verbal bullshit. I want to add in Arc Raiders. Bastion make bad vloggers in Arc Raiders. So I'm gonna have this on the screen for a short duration of time. Sometimes I like to keep it all the way straight through. Like I can if let's just see how this looks. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. So see how it kind of like intervenes with that. So I don't want that. So I'll do the same thing here with my call to action. So we'll do this. Okay, so what I just added to it is a fade out. So I'm going to take this fade out away and keep that in. Okay, so now I'll show you guys what it looks like here. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done?
Yeah.
I got to get this on film. Maybe I don't got to get this on film. Maybe I don't got to get this on film. So you can see here how the caption is fade away. And then it'll come back in.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. Boom. Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think? Do you think the hook is too obstructive in the screen? Yeah, so when you actually open up the reel itself, you can see my Twitchers right here. So when you watch it off your phone, you'll be able to see that. Like, I don't have to do that. I can put a call to action at the very end where it's like subscribe for more or follow for more, which is something I was actually thinking about testing out to see if that would increase like retention. But I just see with like a lot of like the big streamers, like they usually have their call to action just on the screen, right? So call to action is just simply seeing my Twitch thing. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things I've been testing out different ways to try to figure out how to pull people into the stream. But I also, I think I might just start doing like a call to action at the very end, being like subscribe for more. So you use a Twitch animation to bring people. I'm trying to hook more people to come follow or sub in chat. Got always say I need a more significant call to action. I waste a lot of the milk view clip because I had no plug for the channel. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's important, but you got to figure out like what works for you and what's going to be not super obstructive on your screen as well. Like as I'm looking at this right now, like personally, I'm not a fan of my call to action just being right there in my webcam. Like this looks more clean. And you know what, guys, for this one here, I'm going to keep the call to action lower third, but I'm gonna put at the end, and let's just say fuck the loop. Let's just say fuck the loop, and we'll do this. We'll try this out. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, man. What's going on here? There we go. So this will be an experiment reel. Okay, so we're gonna put it, and we'll look back on analytics next week if this reel had brought in more followers or if it didn't. Hmm. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is talking to Gemini. So I said, what is a good end screen call to action for a reel if I always make funny reels? So let's see what it kind of spits out. Not a very specific question, but it might be enough to kind of give me an idea of how I would like to create that here. Don't let the laugh stop. Follow for more videos. All right. Because like most of my stuff is funny. We should go through the stats on my socials and channels sometimes and compare with yours and see what is and isn't working. I have a big pass through rate, not enough hook, and need more social plugs. And you use many hashtags? Yes, yes, I definitely use many hashtags. So important, man. Because that's how people, if they're like searching up funny art clips or something like that. Yeah, you're right. See, it's funny. Like I'm kind of like stuck on the fence of subscribe and follow because like I organically want to grow my social media following, and I feel with building the social media following that eventually people will find your Twitch. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think that they're gonna come directly to your Twitch right off of a reel. But that's just me speculating, right? Because personally, I haven't had anybody from my reels come directly to my Twitch. So if I think if they start to follow more of my content, that eventually that they're going to be like, oh, like I've been watching this person for a long time. Let's watch them live. What do you think about that? At minimum, I guess they will come check your live if they follow enough of your stuff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's kind of my thought process with that anyways. So let's like I said, we'll try this out and we'll come back to this video next week and see if it works. Yeah, man, I still think you got great response, but obviously you're hoping for a much bigger response than what it was. But yeah, having a call to action will just I think would really help amplify getting people to your stream. Man, you have what it takes, dude. You're so close. Like, you're doing so well with all of it. So okay, so let's watch this through. We won't watch the whole thing, but we'll go from here.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. Know what's interesting, guys, that I just kind of thought of? I might make this clip even shorter. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. And also, you know what? Check this out. Let's make me more center. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. I got a shit ton of followers from it, like 200 plus subs on YouTube, but not much paid. Yeah, man. But I mean, dude, the fact that you got 200 plus subscribers on YouTube is awesome from a clip. Like, that's great. That's a great start. Because like, that's 200 people. And I would say, let's say 25% of them want to see more from you, right? So out of those 200 people, you might get freaking 10 committed followers to your YouTube streams, right? So it's almost like, don't take the I want to say, what's the word I'm trying to use? The expansion, not expansion, the like the growth of the clip. Don't look at it as like a big picture being like, you have these 200 people, like those 200 people are now like new followers. It's like those 200 people, let's look at it from like a crumb size, how like you can nurture the 10 people that actually stick around and want to see more from your content. So like, I don't know, I think 200 people is a win. I think 50 subscribers is a win. Yes, I agree. Wartime cameraman is a risky job. I agree. I just think that with that, there's not enough in there for the algorithm to pick it up, right? So we have the name of the arc, right? The Bastion, and then vlogger is also kind of like a keyword as well. And then I have arc raiders in there. So I have 3 keywords in there that the algorithm is going to pick up. So I don't keep my clips. I post straight from Twitch. I can go on YouTube and download any of my clips. Download from your posted content, or sorry, say that. Do you download from your posted content, or do you save tons and tons of clips? So what I do, Canuck, is I use Nexus Clips. So instead of you going and doing, you know, CapCut, which is just going to take forever, honestly, dude, go into Nexus Clips. Just use the free version of Nexus Clips. It's a fantastic web software. And you click, so I had said this earlier, but you guys were playing Baldur's Gate. But basically what you do is you link your Twitch directly to Nexus Clips. Nexus Clips will find you
And ladies
clips.
and gentlemen, we made it.
Nexus Clips will find you clips based off of the virality, can't say that word, index, or you could choose from these three options, or you could put in the fourth one here of like things that may pop up, right? So I was saying earlier, if you do use Nexus Clips in your actual game or your live streams, you could say make a clip. So when you come back to Nexus Clip, you would type in here, make a clip, and it will search when you say those words, and it will give you generated clips from that, and you get 90 seconds of a buffer, which is really nice. And then you would go to create a clip, okay, and you would be able to adjust it in here, kind of like what you do in Twitch, right? So you'd be able to adjust it here, and then go to edit clip, and so it's going to generate you that clip. Nexus is free, but there's a watermark on it. I pay for the pro version, so there isn't a watermark on it, and a few other little like incentives that come along with it. But as you come in here, so you click on, you click on. Sorry, I just don't want to play it. You could click on whatever style you want the scene to look like, right? So use upper face cam, so you can adjust it. Right, so here, put this in the middle, and then the nice thing is it has captions, it has stickers, right? So if I want to have it where people can see my name, let's see here, so it's really zoomed in the timeline, right? So you can see my name here. I can move this around to be anywhere that I want it, and then it has the hook, the thing that you've been asking for. The hook is right here, brother. So you go right in here, right? Wait, what just happened? So sometimes it will automatically generate you a hook, or you can put whatever you want in there. You can make it as long as you want. And then when everything's all said and done, you could go to share. So you have three options here. You could literally load it to TikTok for you, load it to TikTok, or you can load it to YouTube Shorts, or you could download it and then use something like Metricool is what I use here. Okay, so I don't know why it's got me logged out. Not cool, man. So Metricool is where I post all my clips. So I go to planning, and let's just go back a page here. So these are all the clips that I've posted throughout the week. So the parts that are really dark are when traffic is high. Traffic is high for TikTok specifically because you have traffic for different social platforms, but they're all kind of similar. I find like, you know, people are coming home from work at 3 p.m. or they're done work and they're just kind of kicking back and watching TikTok or whatnot, right? So you'd post your video in here, right? So you would select your video, you would give it a title, you would add some tags with it, right? You would add your first comment. A lot of people add comments just to kind of create some sort of interaction with the clip. And then you could post it to all 4 platforms. That's literally what I've been doing. Yeah, Metricool, not Metro, Metri. And I'm using the free version of Metricool right now. So actually, you know what? We'll do an actual post. So let me just finish this off and we'll do an actual post. We'll do it together. So
Are you going for it, Mike? Or
one question I want to ask you guys for this video. Would you finish it right after this part? Okay, so see right there, I could literally cut the clip right there. It'll be done. Or do you think people would actually stay and watch it to the very end?
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Thanks, man. Man, being a vlogger is a rough lifestyle. What do you guys think? Jordan, what's up, brother? It's a free play game, such a good game. Yo, it's funny. I've seen a few people playing that actually when the winds meet. You're distracting me. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. Short, right, Canuck? Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so too. So we're just going to delete that all. Pull this over. Because sometimes short and sweet is all you need, baby. Are you going for it, Mike, or what? What are you done?
Yeah.
I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Boom. I think you should cut it short. Yeah, I agree. I'm happy we're on the same page. Red Nexus. Icon Red Nexus. There's no Insta. Means I gotta. Oh, yeah, that's right. So when you connect your Twitch to Nexus Clips, there is no Instagram or Facebook. I don't know why they don't have that, but yeah, I would just download it, put it into Metricool, and then you have way more flexibility of like the tags, the captions, adding the comment. Like Metricool is just way better, man. I would definitely do that. Couple pumps is all she gets. Quick and easy. Hell yeah, let's go. Just a quick pump. Pump and dump. How you doing, Jordan? It's been a while. Well, it hasn't been a while, but since we last chatted. Chatted and played. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over. And we're gonna cap this off, and then I'll bring this into Metricool. 1 second. Hey, babe. What? What's that? Did I finish my drink? No, not yet. It's like this full. Why, you want it? Did you spike it? This was $9. She got me the caramel brulee latte. This was fucking $9, guys. I thought she spiked it there for a minute. She's like, "Did you finish it?" What's that? What's that? Awesome, babe. I look forward to seeing it in a half an hour. Okay, love you. Bye. All right. Let me know when you hop on where it was me. I'll show you how to play. Just been grinding the new game. Such a good game. Awesome, dude. I'm stoked to check it out. I'll definitely check it out. It kind of reminds me. It reminds me of a game I used to play on PlayStation. Fuck, what the hell is it called, dude? Oh, it'll come back to me. I can't remember. It kind of reminds me of a certain game. Sorry, got a couple conversations going on. I want to double check I did this right. So I just sign up and made a free account on Nexus Clips. Do they just follow up under the home tab? I assume it's not showing anything here because I haven't streamed since I made this. That's a great question. Okay, let me just finish this part off here and I'll show you. All right, boom. Follow for next clips. Center screen. That is definitely. You know what? I'm gonna put this lower third underneath it here. $9 as well. Did you get an extra shot in there or what? Fucking right, bro. There we go. Spacing is everything. Okay, let's render this. Get this bad boy out into the eyes of the beautiful people of this world. Okay, so let's go back into Nexus Clips. I'm pretty sure that it would just follow, or sorry, it would just load up whatever you've had loaded up. Canuck. Maybe it's still like reading your account, like gathering the information that it got from your account, potentially. But yo, Jordan, man, I'm good, dude. Things are great. I went for a swim this morning. Dubs. What? You're currently timed out for chat. You could chat again. No, I didn't time you out. I don't know why that happened. Maybe because you were just talking like close between each sentence or something. Oh, am I still live? Oh, okay. Whew, scared me there. I don't know what to say. Something said that I like disconnected from something. I don't know. Okay. Thanks, Dubs. Scared me. Uh, when I get one of the videos to clip section, it shows that I need a subscription. When I get one of the videos to clip section, it shows that I need a subscription. That's weird. It shouldn't there because there's a free version of it. Can you send me a picture on Discord? Hey Zeto, are you there, brother? Yeah, send me a picture, Canuck, and I'll see what I could do for you, brother. But it's interesting that Dubs is timed out there. Shouldn't be. Oh yeah, Zeto. You timed out Jordan. Oh, okay. So Canuck, pull it from Twitch because what happens with here, let me do this. So we could all talk about this. So pull it from Twitch and not YouTube. So what happens with YouTube is that you actually need to whoa. So what happens with YouTube when you pair it, it actually wants you to download the full video from YouTube and then load it up into Nexus Clips, which really sucks. So I would only do it through Twitch, right? Because that way it pulls it from Twitch's like storage or URL, their website, and then you could edit it right from Twitch that way. I don't know. It says here that a 10-minute timeout by you was put on Jordan. Maybe it was just like an automatic thing because you're just tagged underneath it, but I don't know why that would have happened. It's all good if it's by accident. No fault. Here, I actually was able to untime him. Yeah, I think yeah, so it was by accident. No worries, man. You're good. Even when I select Twitch, it says same thing. Maybe it's because it's old streams. I don't know, man. Yeah, you're good, Jordan. You're good. Yeah, it could have been by accident. Like when I don't know. It just said that, but it's all good. No worries. No big deal. Yeah, it could be because it's old streams. Yeah, the computer put that for now. Oh shoot, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. Hope she feels better. Fuck, that sucks. No, you're good, man. I think it was just like an automatic thing through like the through like the bot. So the bot might have done it. So you're good, brother. Yeah, he wants me to come play Boulder's Gate. All right. Yeah. So, Canuck, man. Yeah. Let's come back to that maybe tomorrow and see what it generates from your stream that you do tonight. Yeah, that's a good idea. So at least you have that now in your pocket. So as soon as you're done your stream, still do everything that you're doing, like with your clips. Another thing you do, Canuck, is you could actually load up one of your clips that you've made from Twitch. So download that clip from Twitch to your computer and then go to uploads. So you could actually drag and drop clips that you've made from Twitch and upload them directly to here if your streams haven't been fully processed yet. So try that out as well, and then it'll just kind of upload. It'll take a couple minutes or whatnot, and then you should be able to edit the clip. But do that after. I'm actually going to show you right now how I load content up to Metricool. Oh, I had a clip pop out today. How'd it do? All right. Guys, if you haven't already, please head over to my YouTube and give me a follow. I am on the absolute hunt to get that YouTube up to 1K subscribers, and I'm so freaking close. Oh, yo, take that off, man. Take those, like, we should be, this should be a place of swearing and free speech. Butthole should be allowed to be said. You're good. You're good. All right. So, Canuck, you got some time if I show you how I upload to Metricool? All right. Okay. So here's Metricool, and this is the free version. So with Metricool, it gives me the ability to post up to 50 posts a month, which is awesome. But bad news, unfortunately, starting in the new year in January, they're dropping it down to 20 posts for free a month. So kind of shitty. There's two options you could go with here. You could either subscribe so you have unlimited freedom. It does do a fantastic job of giving you ways to level up your search engine optimization. And then the second option is to find another platform that you could use to post for free for the other 30 days. So I don't know. We'll come back to that in the future. All right. So let's go to the very beginning here. So we're on Metricool. Okay. I have connected all my links. So let's skip out of this. So these are the 4 platforms that I've connected. Okay. So we have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can't post stories or anything like that to Twitch. So it's not even an option when you do make your post, but you can add other options here. So you have Pinterest, Google, what else here? Google ads, TikTok ads, a bunch of different options, right? So I picked the 4 main social medias that I use to post all my content all in one go. Okay. So once you have those linked, you go to planning, and then you have options here from like, what time is it that you want to post your content at? So it will give me the full entire week layout. So if you post a lot on Facebook, the brighter times, so you can see here the brighter highlighted time is when there's the most traffic on the platform. I wonder if this will give me a layout here of what these look like. Okay. So my main location that I'm trying to pull the most traffic to, where I want to get the most followers from, is YouTube. So I like to use YouTube, or I like to use TikTok, because both of them I get high traffic from, and those are the 2 platforms I really want to build. So let's just solely focus on YouTube today. So it looks like at 4 p.m., 76% of people are going to be on today. So it's a Sunday, right? So it's near the end of the week. People are winding down. They might be, you know, getting ready for dinner. They're just chilling, right? They're watching TV or coming home for work, whatever they do on the weekend. So YouTube is popping at 76% at that time. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab the clip that I just created. So let's go back into Ninja. Arc Raiders. So there's a thumbnail. Video created. Looking for Arc Raiders. And then I put this into exports. All right, so I like to rewatch the clip back.
Or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
No.
And then there's the catch. And the call to action. Don't let the last stop. Follow for more. Boom. Quick and simple. We're going to test this one out too. All right. So with the hook already being in, is that how you spell that? The actual arc's name? I knew that was wrong. Caught that one. That was close. Okay, so let me just do a little fix here, you know what I'm saying? And you know, spell check is always very important. Spell check is very important. That was close. Because you know what? People online nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, they will tell you your flaws. When you start posting your content out to the masses, people will let you know where you fucked up. I made a clip earlier and I put in the comments what's your favorite emoji, and it's supposed to be emote. People let me know that it's not emoji. Yeah, so there we go for that. Spell checking that. Like I said, that's important. And you know what? I am notorious for fucking spelling mistakes. There we go. Now you can say buttholes. Congratulations. You are not getting timed out. Buttholes are all welcome here. That's too funny. That is too funny. That was a close one, ladies and gentlemen. That was a close one. Spell check your shit, okay? Spell check your shit. Okay, let's load this up again. All right, so back to Metricool. So watch this over, make sure everything looks good.
Are you going for it, Mike, or what? Are you done? Yeah. I gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film. Maybe I don't gotta get this on film.
No.
All right, good. Okay, so with the hook being right on the very front of the actual video itself, I'm literally going to take it and put it again. Try it. I'm going to hit you up. Yeah, I see that, Zeta. Like I said, it's just my release timing. I think I got to fix it, so it's all good. Okay. So bash and make bad vloggers in Arc Raiders. So the reason why we went with 3 keywords here. So the Bastion vloggers and Arc Raiders, they are high searched words, right? So you don't want to just put in just vibing, right? That's not searched up. Nobody's searching up just vibing, right? They're literally searching up. What's going on here? Oh. They're literally searching up Arc Raiders, people that are vloggers, and they're searching up Bastion because Bastion is obviously one of the enemies in Arc Raiders that people die from like me, as you can see. So you want to put hooks in, added stuff to Leaper, need a good title with good words. I just made a clip on Nexus. I think I'm going to upload with Metri. Hey, all right, sick. I look forward to looking at it. Just send it to me once you load it. Okay, and now we're going to go into hashtags. I've already made pre-hashtags in this here Metricool, which is nice. So you click this little folder, save texts, and you can make a script of your hashtag. So I put hashtags in there. So I have ARC Raiders because that's obviously something that's searched up. Funny is pretty high. For You page, so FYP. Shorts is a big one, and SB. So you want to use your user name or your gamer tag as your hashtag, because if you do kind of like blow up and people get to know you, when they type your name in, all your content that you've ever created will also follow along with your hashtag, right? Because it all revolves around search engine optimization. Everything is about fucking search engine optimization. So you have to make sure that you're making it easy for the algorithm to basically put you in a pile, but also make it so that pile is easily distributed amongst Google, Facebook, like what else? Instagram, TikTok, all those social media platforms. So Canuck does a good job with this. I've noticed in a lot of his clips that he has his hashtag, so that's awesome. So keep doing that. And then comment here. So I like to add a first comment because I like to create a way for people to start interacting also with the clip. So a comment for this one here, guys, what do you think we should put as a good comment? What's your favorite arc to vlog? Do you think that would spark a conversation? I think that would be only a very small percentage of people would actually make a comment on that. So let's see here. How many of you guys actually watch YouTube vloggers? You know what? I'm just going to make it like this. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Here we go. That will spark a conversation. So you get to add a location, search up popular hashtags, right? So this is really cool too. Unfortunately, the hashtag searcher is for the upgraded plan. If things really start to pop off for me with this whole YouTube and content stuff, I will maybe subscribe and get myself my own subscription with this, because I think it's worth it. It actually has generate posts with AI assistant. This is kind of because kind of makes it really cheesy. It has like different personalities or whatnot, but I kind of find it to be really cheesy. All right. So when you do load this up to YouTube as well, it wants you to repost the tag or the title, and then the tags that go along with it as well, which is important. And then you're able to put it underneath whatever playlist it is that you use. So shabam, and that's that. So this will come, this video here that we just edited together is going to come out today at 4 p.m. Okay. So schedule that. Well, bam. And you can see here at the top, here, if I go back into this, you can see here at the top, right? You can make it, you could post a story. You could just make a general post. Same thing with Instagram, just making a random post with just an image, a story, a trial reel. Oh, interesting. That's new. That's very new. So automatic posting of a trial reel. So if you want to just look at how that reel looks like you can now post it as like a test run just to see. And it's not on there permanently. It's just for your eyes only. With TikTok, there's nothing that you really got to worry about for TikTok. For YouTube, you could do shorts or video as well. I wish Metricool made it where you're on YouTube, you could actually make posts now on YouTube. So if you have a community on there, it'd be nice if Metricool would add that in the future. Would be awesome. I have a really good question. Do you need to put the hashtags for your shorts and videos in the title, or can they be in the description and still work? I put them personally in the description, and I haven't had any issues with that because you want to keep the title small. So then that way, when people do come across a video, your title isn't being skewed by the extra font that's in it. So it depends on what platform you're posting to. So for YouTube, I put it in the description. As you can see here, right? Posting this to YouTube, it has its separate path. So I put the title of the video, right? And then right in the very bottom, I do tags. And I will also go back and do further SEO to my YouTube videos. But for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, the hashtags are always going to be in the description when you make the post. That's a great question, man. Okay, so this is scheduled and good to go. Hey guys, I'll be back. I just got to do a quick little washroom break here. But if you have any other questions, just throw it into the chat box. Let me get some air in here. It's hot. Editing burnout. That's a great question, man. Honestly, it comes down to editing things that you love. When you're editing for other people or editing for something that isn't like a representation of you and how like you want to be like presented out in the big bad world, I think that's how people get burnt out because they're so focused on like, don't get me wrong, like the way that I edit is a little mix of both. I edit for myself, but I also am trying to accommodate to making sure that the content that I put out is being seen by others and it's growing. So that can be exhausting. I think having like a schedule for yourself is important. Like don't just edit every single day unless you truly love editing, right? Make set days. So like maybe like a Monday and a Wednesday, do editing, right? Do it in smaller chunks instead of trying to make it be like a part-time job because editing can get quite consuming, as you can see with just editing up this video here, right? This took us this 19 or 16 minute video. Mind you, if I wasn't sitting here talking to you guys, I would have had this done much quicker, maybe in like 15, 20 minutes. But you could see doing something elaborate as this can be quite time consuming, right? So I think finding a way that works best for you when it comes down to making content is important. So like taking Canucks way, for example, how he just makes a clip and posts it out. I think that's a great way to like building consistency and also not burning yourself out. It's a very simple way of going about making content that works. Like it literally works. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just another way of putting out content. For me, one way is making sure that like the one thing that I stress the most about is that if I don't get a piece of content out for that week. So what I like to do is make sure that I get at least one piece of content out a week. So for example, like this one that I've just made for 4 p.m. today, if I'm like, you know, I have a busy day at work tomorrow, like if I'm thinking about that right now, I can literally take this piece of content and drag it in and drop it for tomorrow. And I got my one piece of content out for that day. Like that's all I care about. So like creating boundaries with yourself. because a lot of people talk about, oh, you got to be posting 5 times a day, 3 times a day. Like, you don't, man. You got to figure out like what works with your energy and what keeps you excited and wanting to, what keeps you excited and wants you to, like, I don't want to say this. Yeah, focus on your energy and keep creating content that gets you excited. It's as simple as that. And then also creating a schedule and boundaries around how you post that content, right? Like, I've made a commitment to myself. I'm going to post every single day at least one piece of content, or you could post 3 times a week, and that's your baseline, right? So I don't know. You're gonna have to play around with it. And when you notice that your energy is shifting and you're starting to feel like what you're editing is becoming a chore and it's not fun for you anymore, then you kind of need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What can you change, right? What can you do differently to make it so that you are excited to edit that content? So I hope that answers your question. Personally, I think the trick here is going to be to keep 70% of my content basic off Twitch like I've been doing, and the 25% fancy stuff like this stay within the 20 free per month likely. I hammer tons of content out because it keeps me in people's faces. Exposure, fancy right now, but the fancy catches people more. Yeah, man, like I said, pros and cons. Like, for you, like, you're always in people's mind because they see your content constantly. But there can also be the side where it's like when you're posting so much per day, it kind of is repetitive of the same stuff. And like, even the fancy, same thing, can kind of become the same stuff, right? That's something that I have to think of for myself as well. It's like, whatever I make fancy, like, is it the same thing that you just saw, just seen from a different POV, right? So yeah, I think that's a good tactic. Keep doing what you're doing and filter out whatever you think is going to be really engaging and valuable, and post that out as your fancy. And then whatever you think is just kind of like quick, funny, whatever, post it out the simple way. But like I said, finding a way that's a good balance for you, that's going to keep you focused and engaged. But Canuck, man, like, I give you props to you. You've been doing a phenomenal job with your content. Okay. I think this is good for this stuff here. Yeah, man, anytime, brother. Anytime. And I guess that's another thing too, like, I wanna touch on. It's like, I want to give back more to the community. Like, yeah, no, I'm not some like big time, content creator in the gaming space by any means. And I'm not a big time editor in the vlogging space, but I have learned enough that I've been through the ringer. I've owned my own business. I've worked for clients. I've edited more than fucking thousands of hours of content. I have the proof of doing 600 plus videos. You know what I mean? Like, I've put in my time, I feel, enough to at least share the basics, and also just kind of help people avoid a lot of the hurdles that I went through, just to make it easier. Cause like, we don't have a lot of time. And I think if we find a way that makes this feel like a hobby, like a fun hobby, an expressive hobby, because when you make content, it's another way to express yourself. It's another form of being creative. It's art, right? That's kind of how I look at it now, instead of making it feel like a chore. Because once you get burnt out and things become a chore, you're not going to want to stream anymore. You're not going to want to share the fun, exciting moments that you experience in a game. And I think as a community of content creators or streamers, sharing the things that excite you with one another is going to keep us all in the game a little bit longer, I think. And at the end of the day, it should be something that brings you energy and excites you. Like, I don't have to game as many hours because I love making content. Like, that's my thing. I'm so passionate about making clips. Like, I could just edit fucking all day more than gaming. I'll jump on a game for a little bit, and I'm content, because now I know I have a bunch of shit to go and edit later and have fun and experiment, right? So like, that's more so where my passion lies, is in the editing side of things, more so than the gaming. So I just want to take what I'm learning and sharing that with everybody in my circle. So a little bit of a ramble there. Yeah, it's Zeto. Let's go. I want to see that schedule when you're done it, dude. I want to see that schedule. I sent lots of people to your space. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Thank you. I've noticed that. That's been huge, dude. I get a ton of people asking how do I do what I do instead of answering. I tell them checking. I love that. That's we all do. Collaborate to grow my dudes, especially as brave souls showing our face. Yeah, I know, man. It is a different world when you expose yourself to the public. But I mean, fuck, man. At the end of the day, like I got nothing to hide. We got nothing to hide. You know, we put smiles on people's faces, and I think because we're bringing positive energy out into the world, that it'll have a big, a big effect, other than the negative stuff that's going on around right now. Set of percentages for what to post content is different than mine. Most of my stuff is high percentage at like 10 a.m. Interesting. Your percentage for when you post content is different. Where are you seeing your percentages? Is it the same thing on Metricool? I'm really apologetic for that. I don't do or say anything to worry about. Good person, so the views will come. Yeah, man, that's right. I wish you guys could see what I got going on in my lap right now. My cat's like all fucking cuddled in on me. Oh, it's because mine has a couple months more analytics than yours because you have a fresh account. Mine is going based off of my analytics that it's been able to read off of. So if I go into my analytics here, right, it's got a couple months already of analytics. So right now it's still learning your analytics. And mine like kind of stopped like reading at some point. It's only read up to November. For some reason, it hasn't read up to December. So as you can see here, you need to upgrade plan to view data older than 3 months and without a watermark. So, but that's why it's giving me the time that it's given me. I won't be, man. I actually have a bunch of friends coming over tonight at 4 p.m. For Christmas dinner and stuff. So I'll be off. But you could message me tomorrow. I'll be at work and I could probably jump in the chat. But I wouldn't mind doing it over stream though. But yeah, we could figure it out. We could figure it out. Okay, do you guys have any other questions? I know we only edited one video here today. But is there anything else that you guys want to jump into? Let me just look at my list that I have here. Hey man, that's huge, dude. Congratulations. You put in the work and it sounds like you enjoyed the tools that they have been teaching you, which is absolutely massive, right? Things are only going to work if you're open-minded to let them be a part, or if you're willing to be open-minded to using the tools that they are giving you and putting them into practice. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. Last week. What a great way to start the new year. Okay, so let's see. Foundation, finding your why. So we talked a little bit about finding your why. So what about let's talk a little bit about like style and like layout and brand colors. Or we could get into community building and collaborating, or we could just call it a day. I think I've been on for 3 hours already. So hey, no, I will definitely. I will definitely accept that. I see that there, man. Absolutely, dude. We're homies now. I gotta fix my Facebook, actually. I'll have to do it off my phone. I'll send you mine as well. That's my digits right there, my dude. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cap it off there, too, man. I've been going for 3 hours. I think that was pretty good. I'm happy with all of that. We could elaborate on more on the next stream. But thanks, guys. I appreciate you for coming to hang out and chatting with me. And you know, we'll keep building on this. This is my second workshop. They're going to get better as I keep going, and this is me just kind of sharpening my saw and trying new things out. Like, this is honestly, this is not my thing. I'll tell you right now. I'm more of an introvert, you know, when it comes down to doing stuff like this, like presenting. But it's something I want to work on and get better with. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday evening. Yeah, you're welcome, boys. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll catch you in the next one.